Do you ever do face warm-ups?
No.
Thanks especially for Adam Ginato. Okay, one more take. I got this. Sorry, let me start that over.
Okay.
Hey everyone, it's Ashley. So today I'm here with my mother.
Hi everyone, this is Cara.
I have questions for you.
Okay.
Thanks so much to Adam Ginato of Sash Factor for also sending over these questions.
Hi Adam.
Did you know you wanted to become a beauty queen, or was it a childhood dream?
No.
No. Essential advice for aspiring beauty queens.
Find out your purpose first in joining. Really know and discern the reason why you want to represent your country. And basically do the very best that you can in preparation and preparing yourself, in having a wonderful time, making friends, and making it one of the best life experiences that you've ever had.
If I weren't interested in fashion or philanthropy shows, aka pageantry, what other career path would you have liked or suggested for me?
I thought it would always be in the creative. You had a tendency to do directing in plays, writing even, doing lights, technical sound. I actually thought you would go into that industry. Anything that's more in the creative side. Although you were really good in math too, so.
What do you think I need to work on the most for my pageant preparation?
For me, actually, it's the totality of preparation that kind of boosts your confidence. Because when you're preparing for the pageant, it's not just the walking or the presentation on the stage. It's also Q&A. But the more you practice and the more you have that mindset and of representing your country, being a really true ambassador of goodwill, you will have the confidence in order to project and really do extremely well when it comes to the pageant time. So yeah, that's probably my best advice.
Do catfights, jealousy, and sabotage actually happen in pageants based on your experience?
Based on my experience, no. I am extremely lucky because both in the Binibining Pilipinas pageant and also in the Miss World pageant, I had honestly the most memorable, wonderful time. Binibining Pilipinas, till to this day, they're like my friends, my sisters. And we're in touch. We continue to hold on to those memories. The Miss World pageant, we were together for more than 40 days, I would say. It was a long time, and fortunately in that pageant, they did not allow, any kind of noise from the outside, like newspaper, TV. We can only take phone calls in a specific room where our chaperones were. So the good part about that is we're allowed to bond. We're not so focused on, hey, who is more popular than the other, which is for me, that's not good. I love the fact that we were able to bond in that pageant because there were not a lot of noise from the outside.
How has your time as a reigning Miss World Philippines affected your life up until now?
So for me, I was able to network with a lot of people. Right after the pageant, I got into one of my dream jobs, which is in broadcast journalism. There was a lot of stepping stones. I also got into, I did a few commercials and more modeling jobs after that, but really meeting a lot of people and being able to kind of network into different kinds of industries, because when you're in that position, you do tend to meet a lot of different clusters of networks. That was really a good opportunity for me to kind of pursue different careers.
The final long gown for any international pageant is a great way to show your sense of style as well as the culture of your country's fashion.
Okay.
How did you choose your final gown for Miss World International?
How it worked during my time is that Mrs. Araneta and the entire Binibining Pilipinas team, they're the ones who's selecting your outfits in general. I brought, I think it was 4 or 5 luggages because I was there for a very, very long time.
How long?
It was more than 40 days, I would say. More than a month at least. And yeah, there were a lot of gowns and cocktail dresses and casual wear, everything from head to toe, jewelry, everything they provided for. So I was really extremely grateful to Mrs. A. That's what we call her. That's our nickname for her. She took care of us. She's like our mom. And even through the years, I would send letters to her. So they took care of us, and they selected the evening gown.
What was your first modeling gig, and how did you perform?
First modeling gig was editorial. I think it was JCPenney in the US. I was 16 years old. Yeah.
How come I didn't get to model at 16? That's not one of the questions. Thoughts on me also joining modeling and pageantry?
I was taken by surprise. I didn't really talk to you about my past in modeling and in pageantry.
I didn't grow up knowing that she had been a fashion model or a former Miss World before.
Yeah, when she was young, I wasn't so special. I was just known as Mom, who was strict with her and worked hard.
Why did you decide to name me after your Miss World 1994 batchmate and winner, Aishwarya Rai of India?
Aishwarya and I were actually bus mates during the pageant, because we had like over 90 contestants, so they take us in buses, and she and I would that's how we got close. We were bus seat mates. So it started as me not knowing how to pronounce her name right. I would say Aishwarya, and it's actually, she corrected me, she said it's Aishwarya, and the Ash kind of stuck to me. I initially considered first calling you Aishwarya. I thought that you might have a hard time writing it because it's such a long name, and so I thought about Ashley. That's really
Aishwarya, like Ash Warrior. Biggest difference in competing in a national pageant or competition versus international pageant or competition?
That's really interesting. There's a little bit of a similarity because it's always, both competitions is actually a competition between just yourself, and not really competing with the other girls. How you can best represent yourself in those platforms. So that's, for my thinking, is the similarity. In the international scene, it's a lot more grandeur, and there's a lot more viewers, followers. It's just a lot. It's on a bigger scale. There's a lot more pressure. So for me, just really, as long as you have done everything that you can in your preparations, and that again boosts your confidence, any girl can do extremely well. Especially you, because I'm rooting for you. I'm your number one cheerleader.
How do you best prepare for the Q&A portion?
Number one advice is you have to know in your heart what are your main core beliefs and your values. And once you know that, in any kind of question, you can shape that to, personally how you feel about a subject. And definitely reading up on current events on a national level. Things that affect not just your country but other countries as well. So those are the things that you want to always be aware of and prepare for.
Do you believe that competing in pageants gives a sense of fulfillment or purpose?
Not necessarily. I think if you're already in the pageant, definitely you're in competition mode. You got to do your best. But is it a necessary thing? No, because any challenges a woman faces in her life, to me, is kind of like a pageant thing. So there's different crowns in a woman's life, the different facets of her life, and each time you get that crown, it's really working hard for something. So to me, that is the one that is really the most essential.
Who trained you for Miss World, and what lesson from them has stuck with your heart up until now?
There are several mentors that I have. Primary mentor would be Joey Espino. He is really an amazing mentor. He trains you mostly with the mind in terms of trying to be focused and all that. He's excellent in walking as well. And to me, in my career as a model and even in pageantry, he would be my number one mentor. My other mentor her name is Marilan Espino. She's your godmother. Yeah, and so she really helped me with the bathing suit portion of the competition, how I posed, just in general, my stance. And even then when we were modeling, she was already training me how to walk. So those were the two primary mentors. My co-winners, we kind of helped each other out, giving each other a cheerleading boost. And of course, the entire Araneta organization of Binibining Pilipinas, they were always there to help us out. Definitely number one, my parents, my family, mom and dad helped me a lot also with the Q&A. There's an army of people that helped me in the preparations. So yeah, so that was a fun.
I was about to start talking. Okay. 3, 2.
From